everybody. This week in reading, we've been talking about the details in informational stories. Informational stories are books that try to teach us about something. They're not fiction stories made up just for fun with crazy, silly characters. They're stories about real things in the real world, and the authors that write them want us to learn about those things. And we talked a little bit yesterday about how the details in a story, the illustrations and the pictures they use, help you learn even more about the topic than just the words. So today we're going to read another informational story and talk a little bit about how the details in that story help you. This story is called Red-Eyed Tree Frog. It was written by Joy Cowley. She was the author. She wrote the words. And just like our story yesterday, the pictures in this book are actual photographs of frogs and things that someone took in real life. And they were taken by Nick Bishop, so he is the illustrator. Illustrations can be photographs or drawn pictures or painted pictures, all sorts of different ways that people illustrate stories. But this one is illustrated with actual photographs. So let's find out about the red-eyed tree frog. Pay close attention to the pictures that might show you even more about red-eyed tree frogs than just the words do. Evening comes to the rainforest. The macaw and the toucan will soon go to sleep. Let's talk about this for just a minute. If you just heard those words, the macaw and the toucan, you may not know what those were, but how did the pictures help you? What is a macaw and what is a toucan? They're birds. They're kind of birds. So if you didn't have the pictures and those extra details, you might not understand what that meant. But the pictures and the details help us understand the meaning of the story, what the author is trying to tell us. But the red-eyed tree frog has been asleep all day. It wakes up hungry. What will it eat? Here is an iguana. Frogs do not eat iguanas. Do iguanas eat frogs? The red-eyed tree frog does not wait to find out. It hops onto another branch. The frog is hungry, but it will not eat the ant. It will not eat the katydid. Will it eat the caterpillar? No, this caterpillar is poisonous. Something moves near the frog. Oh, what is it? If we didn't have that picture, we wouldn't know, but because there's the picture, they've added that detail, we know that it's a snake. Something slips and slithers along a branch. It is a hungry boa snake. The snake flicks its tongue. It tastes frog in the air. Look out, frog! Jump! The frog lands on a leaf, far away from the boa. What does the frog see on the leaf? A moth. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Did he finally eat the moth? The tree frog is no longer hungry. It climbs onto a leaf. The red-eyed tree frog shuts its eyes and goes to sleep. As morning comes to the rainforest. That's a little backwards, isn't it? He's going to sleep in the morning. What do you think that means? What kind of animal do you think the tree frog is? I'm not going to tell you the word. I want to see if anybody knows it. So if you know the name for an animal that sleeps during the day and is up and eating and moving around at night, I want you to have somebody text it to me. I want to see who's going to know what that word is. It's a big science word. Here's some more information about red-eyed tree frogs. It said, did you know red-eyed tree frogs live in the swampy parts of rainforests in Central America? They wake up just as the sun is going down and sit in the branches calling to one another. Their call sounds like gluck, gluck, gluck. In many pictures, the red-eyed tree frog looks big, but really it is very small. Its body is only about 2 inches long. These pages show the red-eyed tree frog in its actual size, so this is how tiny a red-eyed tree frog actually is. Those pictures, they just kind of zoomed in so you can see all the details. Tree frogs spend most of their lives in trees. They even lay eggs in the trees. The female frog glues her eggs to the underside of leaves that hang over the water, where they are safe from other animals. When the tadpoles hatch, they drop into the water, where they feed and grow until they turn into baby frogs. And then they are ready to leave the water and climb up nearby plants. I'm going to tell you another big science word. Some animals that do that start out as one thing, as tadpoles, and then transform into a different kind of animal, their bodies change, that's called metamorphosis. See if you can say that with me. Metamorphosis. Frogs go through that process. Butterflies also go through that process. They start out as caterpillars, and then they go through metamorphosis and turn into butterflies. Special suckers on the tree frog's toes help it climb and cling to the leaves. The red-eyed tree frog also has large eyes to help it see in the dark and look for food. It likes to eat insects, but it has to be careful. Many insects in the rainforest can defend themselves against hungry animals like frogs. Ants can bite, so they are best left alone. Katydids are big and have lots of spines, so they are hard to swallow. Some caterpillars are poisonous. Moths, flies, spiders, and grasshoppers are their favorite foods. Of course, the red-eyed tree frog has to watch out that it doesn't become dinner for another animal. A bat might swoop down and snatch it, or a snake like the boa in the book. The tree frog's green color helps it blend in with the background, making it harder to find. And that's called camouflage, when you blend in with the colors around you. A lot of animals use that to protect themselves. A red-eyed tree frog will darken in color when it is frightened. Before daylight returns, the tree frog finds a hiding place in the leaves. It tucks its toes under its chin and belly and flattens its body. When it closes its eyes to sleep, only the green back is left showing, and it stays hidden until it's ready to wake up again the next evening. All right, that was a lot of information about red-eyed tree frogs. We're going to do a little work. You have a page that looks like this. Yours is black and white in your packet. We're going to answer a couple questions, okay? The first thing I want you to do is get this out. You can put your name on it somewhere. You'll just need a pencil and maybe some crayons for this paper. All right, we've got 4 pictures right here. I want you to look at these 4 pictures, and I want you to think, which of these pictures shows what the book, The Red-Eyed Tree Frog, is mostly about? So is that story mostly about a red-eyed tree frog, an animal that lives in a shell, a swimmer, or a fish? So you circle, what do you think the main idea, what was that story about? Which of these pictures shows what they were trying to teach us about? All right, in this box, I want you to think. Informational stories, the authors write them to teach us about something. So I want you to draw me a picture of one important thing that you learned from the book. Okay, here's an example. You don't have to draw this, but here's an example. You might want to draw something that the red-eyed tree frog will not eat. Maybe you didn't know that, what we learned, how they won't eat some of those insects because they're poisonous. Maybe you learned something else about the red-eyed tree frog, something new. So I want you to draw me a picture of something you learned from the book about the red-eyed tree frog. All right, do a nice, neat job. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Talk to you later.